Nanda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, first I would like to thank Nilamani Prabhu for giving me the opportunity to speak today on this very auspicious topic. This class is basically was originally given by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj in 1996 in Mumbai. So basically I'm just reciting his class, and if there's any mistakes it's because I didn't interpret what he said correctly, so forgive me for that, and please give me your blessings. So, yes, as we said, right, so we know, we're in the month of Kartik. It's a very wonderful month. There's so many wonderful festivals during this month, so gives us an opportunity to remember the Lord and to deepen our bhakti. So, Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he describes this month as being the most dear to Srimati Radharani. And this month is also referred to as Urja Vrat month, right? So Urjeshwari is like another name for Srimati Radharani, and it means like the giver of devotional energy. So she's the supreme bestower of bhakti, and like I said, this month is kind of dedicated to her, is called Urja Vrat. So people increase their vows during this month, and they perform different austerities in order to deepen their bhakti, in order to please Krishna and Radharani. So, like we know, like Prabhuji said, today is Bahulashtami, so it's a sacred day. It signifies the appearance of Radhakund and Shamkund, the two most holy places in the entire universe. So we'll talk about the appearance of these two kunds, and also talk about some devotees who have a close connection with Radhakund, and tell some pastimes about those devotees as well. So in Nectar of Instruction, Rupa Goswami describes like the holiest places in the entire universe. So Earth itself is actually a very holy place, because Earth is the place where the Lord appears again and again to enact His pastimes. So Earth itself is a very holy place. Lord doesn't appear on all the different planets equally, right? So Earth itself, like we're lucky that we live on this planet. Secondly, within Earth, India or Bharat Varsha is very like spiritual, cultural center within the Earth. So Earth is India is a very important place where Dharma is, right? So this India is actually like what said by one of the Chinese scholars is that to understand religion, one should come to to India, because that is the place of Dharma. So, and then within India, Mathura, right, within Uttar Pradesh, current Uttar Pradesh is considered the holiest place or area. And the reason of that, can anyone suggest? Krishna appeared, right? He took his birth in Mathura. And then within Mathura, Vrindavan is even more exalted. And the reason for that is that Krishna enacted his transcendental childhood pastimes within the forests of Vrindavan. And then within that area of Vrindavan, Govardhan Hill is the holiest place. And the reason for that is that Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan with his little finger. And he did so many wonderful pastimes. And he held it for 7 days, and then, as we know, he protected all the devotees from Lord Indra's wrath. And then, thank you. And then in the area of Govardhan, the most holy place is Radha Kund. Right? So Radha Kund represents the divine love that Lord Srimati Radharani has for Lord Krishna. It's basically a liquid form of that love. So we'll talk more about that. Now talking about the appearance of Radha Kund, it starts with the demon Aristasura. Aristasura was which demon? Bull demon, right. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, this pastime is explained in 10th canto. As we know, like Kamsa was very afraid of there was a prophecy that he heard that, he's going to be killed by Krishna. So, he kept sending demon after demon to go and kill Krishna because he didn't want to die, obviously. So, one such demon was Aristasura, the bull demon, as you said, who came, and it wasn't just any old bull, it was a gigantic bull with massive horns and a hump that it says was so big that it reached into the clouds. Right? So imagine that, picture that in your mind. He had eyes red with fury and these giant horns. So he was coming straight for Krishna to kill Krishna. And when the devotees saw this bull, they became terrified, right? Like imagine seeing a gigantic bull running towards you. So they all, cried like for Krishna. They all came, called to Krishna in distress. And there's a side lesson here is that, when today, right, when we have a problem, do we naturally try to call Krishna? I mean, as devotees, we generally do, but people generally try to solve problems by their own means, by their own intelligence, by the government, by, the local authorities or whoever it is, right? But they don't naturally, the instinct isn't naturally like to cry for Krishna. But the devotees in Vrindavan, that's all they knew, right? That was their only shelter. So in that sense, we could learn from those devotees. There's some things in this life that can't be controlled, right? Like the fourfold miseries, birth, disease, old age, and death. Nobody can help us with this problem except for the Lord, right? The Lord can save us from these kinds of miseries. But, we see, and I've seen online, many times, there's people that claim that, by taking this supplement and doing this regimen and that thing and this thing, and you can extend your life and you can become, you can extend your life and live forever. And, people sometimes even fall for these basically like imposters or, but, the only way to actually live forever is to take to Krishna consciousness. And then you defeat death. So Srila Prabhupada, he emphasized that, we don't just sit back and we pray like for Krishna to take care of all our problems. No, like we have to use our intelligence, but we have to use it in a Krishna conscious way. We should not be lazy. In fact, devotees work very hard. They work harder than materialistic people sometimes, but they work in the vein of Krishna consciousness, right? To please the Lord, to serve the devotees. So Prabhupada, was a prime example of that. So similarly, the Gopas, the Gopis, they were always active in their service. They were never like lying there in meditation and just, inactive, right? You see the Gopis, they're always doing things to serve Krishna. The Gopas were always out there serving Krishna, helping him tend to the cows. Like this all a very active service, right? This devotion. So in that way, similarly, like in our lives, right, we should be very active in our devotional service. And Srila Prabhupada has given us like the perfect platform to be active, right? He's given us so many ways that both at home and at the temple, we can serve, right? Like we do it here, right? We come to cook, we do kirtan, we clean, we serve the other devotees, we have so many festivals, we dance, in front of the deities. So, all of these are very active ways of serving. And we can also distribute books, which, so we have monthly like Sankirtan festivals that go on. So there's so many opportunities to serve in different ways. And at home, right, grihastas, if we have deities at home, we should serve them. We should offer foodstuffs to them and eat the remnants of that. We should read Bhagavatam at home, engage our family. So even at home, during the week, there's so many ways that we can be actively engaged in Krishna consciousness. So, the other thing that's mentioned, because this was given in 1996, Maharaj said, today people's Ishtadev at home is the TV, right? But nowadays it's more like the phone, right? The electronic devices. That's like your favorite personal deity at home. So that becomes like, Krishna says, Manmana Bhavad Bhakto, right? Always think of me, offer your homage unto me, but the phone is saying this, right? And people are actually worshipping their phone more than the deities at their home. So we have to think carefully, like how we spend our time and what we fix our mind on. We're giving most of our mind to our phones rather than to the Lord. So, and then we can also share it with others, right? Like we can invite friends over to our home. We can have home programs. So there's so many things that we can do. And the greatest welfare work, like Lord Chaitanya says, is to give this, revive like people's dormant Krishna consciousness, right? Paropaka. So sometimes, there's a lot of different charities that do different types of charitable work, right? Like, feeding the homeless and all sorts of things, right? And these are all great things, but ultimately, we also have to help people spiritually, right? Because that will not just help them in this life, right? But it will help them in all of their lives to come, right? When you give someone bhakti, that stays with them forever. From this life to the next life and so on, right? When you give someone money or food, yes, it will help them in the short term in this life, but once that's gone, right, they kind of like, it doesn't last, right? So the benefit of the spiritual, bhakti that you're giving someone, you're giving them like a permanent currency, right? Everything else here is temporary. So coming back to the story, Arustasura attacked Krishna. And, Krishna confronted him and said, why are you attacking my dear Vrindavan? He said, you fool. Why are you causing suffering here? And to insult the demon, as the demon ran towards him in anger, Krishna, very, very kind of like nonchalantly, without any fear, he just put his arm on his friend's shoulder who was standing next to him and just kind of like, bring it, right? So he was not even afraid whatsoever, and he was kind of insulting the demon in that way. And as this massive bull, ran towards him, Krishna just grabbed him by the horns and just threw him very far. And the bull went flying, and the bull got up even more angry. He was perspiring and so on, and he just starts running towards Krishna again, even more angrily. And this time, when he came to Krishna, Krishna grabbed the bull, threw him down, and started to kick him with his lotus feet. And usually when the gopis think of Krishna's feet, they feel so worried about his feet touching the thorns and sharp pebbles and things in the forest when he walks. They hate the thought of him feeling pain. Meanwhile, he's kicking this bull, and these his kicks feel like thunderbolts to the bull, right? It's like he's pounding this bull like it's like, Maharaj gave this example of like when they clean clothes and they bash it like a wet cloth. Like that's what it felt like to that bull. That bull was just like the wet cloth, So, and then, he was beating him and kicking him, and then he tore off one of his horns. And he started beating him with the horn. And then at some point, the bull's eyes started to bulge out. He started to vomit. He was bleeding. He started to urinate and pass stool at the same time. He basically, at that point, he was gone, right? So then at some point, he passed away. So, Shri Krishna ki Jai, right? So he killed the demon, Aristasura, and then the demigods, they showered flowers from the heavens onto the Lord, and then all the devotees or the gopas were super happy, and they were chanting Jai Jai, right? So he killed this demon, and what we can learn a little bit from this pastime is that in times of fear, right, devotees, they turn their mind to Krishna, right? They say, oh Krishna, when there's a problem. But like I said, materialists, they look to material solutions, and devotees are always reminding each other of Krishna's pastimes, right? When they're talking amongst themselves, and especially the devotees who are in Vrindavan, right? That's all they talk about. It's Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's glories, what he did. They're ever fresh in material society, and like when we talk amongst friends, right? What do we start talking about? Politics, our work, what's happening in the news, social welfare, all sorts of things, business, politics, everything, right? We don't talk about Krishna. It doesn't naturally come to us that point of conversation. But actually, Krishna's pastimes, they're actually ever fresh, meaning you could talk about the same pastime over and over again, but with deeper and deeper realizations, and you could eternally talk about even just one pastime because they're so rich. They never get stale, right? Like when you talk about the news on TV, one day it's interesting to talk about it. Tomorrow it's like, we talked about that. It's old, becomes stale. It's yesterday's news, right? We don't want to talk about it anymore. But like with Krishna's pastimes, these pastimes, happened like 5,000 years ago, right? But still, we talk about them every year, right? Every year we have a festival, and it's so interesting to hear them because these are transcendental pastimes. So, in Krishna consciousness, right, Maharaj says that, people work hard, right, because they're working for a higher purpose. And the goal is, not to be comfortable, right, but to purify our heart. So, in Srila Prabhupada's life, right, his life reflected this point, right, that he used to say sometimes like work now and samadhi later, but actually, in Krishna consciousness, the work that we do is our samadhi. So, so coming back to the story, after Krishna killed Aristasura, the gopis, they said to him, because what happened is, the demon came around the evening time, right? So Krishna had been put to bed. And then, actually he doesn't like to sleep, right? He just wakes up in the middle of the night and goes out and plays with the gopis and gopas, right? So this demon came in the evening time, and then Krishna, he went out and he killed the demon, and he's outside, and the gopis are there, and they're saying, we don't want to associate with you today because you just killed a bull, right? Which is a cow, a male cow. And they said, well, now you're impure. We can't associate with you until you become purified. And then Krishna argued, no, this bull, it was actually a demon. And I was just protecting the devotees. Like I should not be, I'm not impure. But then they didn't agree, right? They said, nope, this is a cow. Therefore, you have become impure by killing. So therefore, you must be purified. And he asked, well, then how should I become purified? And they said, well, you need to go to every single holy place in the entire universe and become purified. And take a bath there, and then you'll become purified. And then Krishna, not wanting to leave Vrindavan, he summoned all of the holy places from the entire universe to Vrindavan right there in front of them. And they all appeared. Right? And when they appeared, the gopis were still a little suspicious, right? They didn't really believe that these were all of the holy places like that appeared. So then one by one, each of these holy places announced or introduced themselves. They said, I am Ganga, I am Yamuna, I am Prayag, I am Sarayu, I am like the salt ocean, I am the milk ocean, and so on and so on and so on. Right? They all introduced themselves, and then the gopis were convinced that these are actually the personified holy places from the entire universe. And then Krishna, what he did was he, with his foot, he kind of made a depression into the ground, right? And he asked these holy places to put their holy waters into that depression that he made into the ground. And he basically created his kund. So once this kund was full, Krishna jumped in and he started bathing himself. So he was very joyfully taking his bath. And at the end of his bath, he announced himself, I am now purified. And then he told the gopis, hey, but you're not pure because you sided with the demon. Right? So now he said, I'm pure now, but you're not pure because you sided with the demon. So you also need to become purified. So then Srimati Radharani, in response to this, she saw nearby there was a big, like a hoof print from Arishtasura. So all the gopis went there and they started to dig into that hoof print and make it like a big giant hole which they could fill water with. So they were using their bangles and their hands to like dig out this hole and make it deeper and deeper. Once they had a big enough hole, they needed water, and there was no water nearby, right? So Krishna said, well, why don't you take water from my kund and you can fill up your kund? And they said, no, your kund is contaminated now, right? You just took a bath in there and washed off all your sins into this kund, into your kund, and if we take your water, we're going to become impure again, right? Like you were. So what they decided to do was go to the nearby Mansi Ganga and take pots and then slowly bring pots and pots of water and to come back and fill this new kund. And there were actually millions of gopis doing this. It's very hard to picture millions of gopis, but that's what's said in the scriptures. And they were going, from there and bringing the water, and they were working very hard to bring this. And the holy places, the personified holy places, seeing this, they became very upset, like sad, because they were seeing all these gopis working so hard, and if they felt bad, right? So then, in a prayerful mood, they approached Srimati Radharani and said, it would be like a fulfillment of our life to be able to serve you, so that if we could offer our water into your kund, and they were like glorifying Srimati Radharani in this way, and they begged her to okay, please let us fill your kund with our water. And then ultimately she agreed, and so they basically, then her kund became filled with the water, and the gopis and Radharani were able to bathe in there. And then at the end of this sweet pastime, Krishna declared that your kund is even more beautiful than mine, and that anyone that takes a bath in Radha Kund will achieve the same love that you have, Radharani have for me, Krishna, in their life, right? So, he declared that, right? So anyone who takes bath in Radha Kund will achieve the same love that Radharani has for Lord Krishna. So that makes it like basically non-different from Radharani. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, they're basically like the melted love of Radha and Krishna, like in a liquid form. So as I said, at Bahulashtami in Radha Kund, tens of thousands of people go there to take bath at the banks of the Radha Kund. And it's also Radha Kund is where the Ras Leela pastime took place. So after Krishna, he completed his like earthly pastimes, right? He was in Dwarka and he killed the Dantavakra. He actually went back to Vrindavan and he took all the devotees back to Goloka with him. Right? So basically Vrindavan became a deserted place at that point. So over time, these holy places within Vrindavan, they kind of got lost, right? Like basically, vegetation grew over and people forgot about the actual holy spots in Vrindavan. And the holy sites were, forgotten. So Krishna's son was Pradyumna, and then Pradyumna's son is Aniruddha. And Aniruddha's son was this great-grandson Vajranabha. So he was basically installed as the king of Mathura by Maharaj Parikshit. So when he came to Vraj, the devotees there requested him, please help us excavate these holy sites of Krishna's pastime so that we can rediscover them and worship those places. So he agreed, and then what he did, he tried to go around Vrindavan searching for these holy spots. But he was having a really hard time identifying the spots, right? And he became exasperated. And at some point, he ended up on the banks of the Yamuna under a Kalpavriksha tree. And he started praying to Lord Krishna, saying that, please guide me so that I can identify or locate these holy places where your pastimes took place. And Krishna, guided him at that point. Like he gave him the vision to understand where these holy places were. And by doing so, Vajranabha was able to identify all these places within Vrindavan, and that included the spot where Radhakund and Shyamkund were located. And they were basically like two ponds at that time. So this is about like 5,000 years ago. And again, like as the centuries went by, the same thing kind of happened, right? Like the holy places were forgotten and lost. And then in the 16th century, around 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya appeared, right? And he, as we know, is Lord Krishna himself. And he had followers, right? Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. And he asked them to excavate these holy places within Vrindavan. And he actually himself wanted to personally find the spot of Radhakund and Shyamkund. Like Lord Chaitanya left it to himself to find where those were. And when he reached the village near Govardhan called Aritagram, near Govardhan Hill, he didn't know where they were, so he was asking around the villagers and the local people, like where is Radhakund and Shyamkund, but nobody knew. So sitting under a tamar tree, Lord Chaitanya, by his divine vision, he happened to see two small, like completely neglected, almost ponds in the middle of a rice field. And he immediately realized that this is, none other than Radhakund and Shyamkund. So realizing this, he jumped up and he ran to those ponds and he jumped in there and he started bathing and he was crying tears of joy. He was chanting the Lord's names loudly, and all the local villagers were on looking, and it's like, why is he just behaving? It's just 2 ponds here, but they didn't realize the significance of these ponds. And at the end, like, he came out, he took the mud from the pond and decorated his body with the tilak, using that mud. So after that, so now, again, the Radhakund and Shyamkund were located and identified as, basically they were ponds. And then later on, one of the Goswamis, his name was Raghunath Das Goswami. He's a very exalted devotee. He was asked to live by Radhakund, right? Lord Chaitanya gave him a Govardhan Shila, which is a small stone, like a sacred stone from Govardhan Hill, and he asked him to worship as Krishna. So, having been given this instruction, the other Goswamis realized that, Raghunath Das should stay and oversee this place of Radhakund. Like, that's going to be his responsibility to serve that holy area. And at that time, like I said, they were just still 2 ponds. And he lived there, he was very austere, right? He would chant like more than 64 rounds every day. He was barely eating, he was serving all the time. Like, basically for his own bodily needs, he was spending maybe an hour a day. But other than that, like, he was just always doing some kind of devotional service. So he was a very, very exalted, advanced devotee. But he was a little bit, because what happened was, he had a desire that he thought, okay, wouldn't it be nice if there was a ghat like where this kund is, so that people can come here and worship, right? Because they were just like a couple of ponds, right? It was not easy for people to go down to the bank. Like, a ghat means like where you have the steps that go into the kund. So he was thinking, it would be nice to have that kind of arrangement built around Radhakund and Shyamkund. But then he kind of dropped the idea and he thought, this is maybe like a material desire. So he kind of forgot about it. But then Krishna had other plans. So one time there was a very wealthy man, and he went to Badrinath to offer like donations there. And in the dream, this wealthy man, Lord Badrinath came to him in his dream and said, you should actually go to Vrindavan and go to Raghunath Das Goswami and give him money. Give him money so that he can build, kind of excavate these ponds. So he did exactly that, right? He left, he went to Vrindavan, he went to Raghunath Das Goswami, and he said, I want to give you money so that you can further develop these kunds. And Raghunath Das said, yes, very good, I'll take your fund, money, and we'll do this. But you can see how Raghunath Das, he just had that small desire, and Krishna fulfilled it, right, for him. But like it said, like Prabhupada says, we shouldn't think in the same way or try to imitate this, like in the sense that we just sit back and make a desire and expect that the Lord will fulfill it. Raghunath Das Goswami was an exceptional person, right? He was 99% of 100% of his day he was doing devotional service. He was barely eating. He was chanting every day. He was, offering obeisances. He lived basically outside. He didn't even have a roof over his head. So, if you're at that level, Krishna will take care of everything for you, right? But we're not at that level, so we can't really kind of expect like that the same thing will happen with us. So once Raghunath Das, he saw that the local people were using Radhakund and Shamkund for their own kind of personal needs, right? Like they were bathing in there, not as a sacred bath, but just to take their daily bath, right? And then they were using it to clean their pots and pans and to wash their clothes and all that, right? And he didn't like this because obviously this is a very sacred kund. It should not be used for that purpose. So what he decided is like, let me take this, there was a nearby well, and he said, let me kind of dig up this well and then let people use the water from that well instead of using the Radhakund and Shamkund. So he got a bunch of locals and they started to dig up this well, and at some point they hit a rock, and when they hit that rock, it started to bleed. And then once seeing this, he became disturbed. He saw, why is the rock bleeding? So he told them to stop. And at that night, he had a dream. And in that dream, Lord Krishna, in the form of Govardhan, came to him in his dream and said to him, actually, Govardhan is my body. Govardhan hill is my body. Radhakund and Shamkund are my eyes. And this rock that you hit, which was bleeding, is my tongue. And that's why it bled when you hit it. So he said you should actually take that rock out and you should worship it. And that's exactly what they did, right? They took the rock out, and now even today you can go there and into that area and you can worship that stone. As it's there as I think there's a temple or something, but it's there. People can worship it. I don't remember seeing it when I was there last time, but maybe some of you have seen it. So another pastime involving Raghunath Das Goswami is that he once. He was so, like his meditation was so intense, like he would almost like he would actually go into the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in his meditation. And one time he was meditating and Lord Krishna and Radharani appeared before him and said to him, can you please prepare some sweet rice for us? And he said, sure. So he started preparing sweet rice for Radha and Krishna. And once he prepared this, he offered it to them, and then they took it. But then whatever was left, they gave the remnants to him as Mahaprasad. So then he finished up. He ate the what was given to him as the Mahaprasad. And later on, like he was. Basically, what he was doing every day at Radhakund, he was going and giving classes on Lord Chaitanya's pastimes and teachings. And one day he didn't show up. And the devotees were like, well, where is he? Where is Raghunath Das? And they went to his home and they found he was there and he was not feeling well. He said, I'm feeling very sick. He was having stomach issues and things. And then they called the doctor, and the doctors diagnosed him. They said, well, the reason he's sick is because he's had so much kheer, right? This sweet rice. And all the devotees were like, that's crazy, because he never eats anything. He takes a little bit of buttermilk like every 2 or 3 days. I mean, that's all he eats. How can he be sick from overeating sweet rice? That doesn't make any sense. But then at that point, he revealed that he had in his meditation had a lot of sweet rice, but it wasn't even in the real physical sense that, obviously it was in his meditation, but it physically manifests because he was so advanced that it actually manifested as a physical symptom for him that he had overate the sweet rice. So you can understand how advanced he was as a devotee, that this kind of thing happened to him. Another time, he was doing some meditation, he was chanting, and actually Sanatan Goswami was coming to visit Raghunath Das, and he saw 2 tigers nearby. They were drinking from Shamkund, and Krishna, wanting to protect Raghunath Das, appeared as a small boy. and he came with a stick, and he went to those tigers and warded them away, and they left. And then seeing this, Sanatana Goswami became a little bit, he was not happy, because then he went to Raghunath Das. He said, look, your job is to serve Krishna, and meanwhile Krishna is coming and serving you, so that's not right. And then Raghunath Das was embarrassed from this, and he didn't, it wasn't like he asked Krishna. He was such a wonderful devotee. Krishna loves him so much that he would always come and protect him. And another time he was chanting in this hot sun. He didn't have a house, like I said, right? He just sat outside. He was chanting, but he was not even conscious of his own body. That he was just chanting in the hot sun, and Srimati Radharani appeared. And again, Sanatana Goswami happened to be there, and he observed this, and she started giving him shade with her veil. Right? So she's standing over him, giving him shade. And then, after this happened, Sanatana Goswami went to Raghunath Das, said, look, again, you're supposed to be serving Radha and Krishna, and they're coming to serve you. What is this, right? She said, instead of troubling them, you should build a kutir, like a kind of, like an enclosed, like a building, and inside that you can perform your devotional service. And that way you won't have to be, bothering the Lord, right? So, like now we hear, bhajan kutir of this Goswami, that Goswami. There's so many of them in around Vrindavan, but that was like the beginning of that, like bhajan kutir concept. And Lord Chaitanya, he says, nadanam najanam nasundarim, right? Like he says, I don't want any beauty, fame, or even liberation, right? I only want to serve you. So this is the mindset that we should be having, right? People generally they'll go to the temple, but then they'll come and ask for things, right? They'll ask, oh, give me a good job, help me pass this exam, give me a nice wife, give me a nice husband, give me that promotion, right? And this is not the spirit that Lord Chaitanya teaches in the Shikshastakam, right? So we should be mindful of how we approach the Lord, right? Like, initially when people become attracted to or approach the Lord, right, they'll come maybe with material desires, but as devotees we should develop that mindset of like ahetuki aparatihata, right? So unmotivated and uninterrupted, right? We should not have material motivations behind our devotional service. How long have I been going? Okay, not much left, right? So the one other pastime that exemplifies this kind of attitude that we should develop is the Maharaj Chitraketu. I won't tell the whole story, but we know that he wanted a son. He went to Angir Muni, and he through Angir Muni he was able to get a son, but then that son died, right? Sadly, but such is material life, right? That things like that happen. And then Narad Muni revived that son, and then that son gave transcendental knowledge to Chitraketu Maharaj and explained to him that we're not this body, we're the soul. And then he also said, basically when he was saying, who is my father? Which father are you? Because I've had millions of fathers, right? Because he was explaining the transmigration of the soul to Chitraketu Maharaj. And so at that point, Chitraketu Maharaj became, self-realized, right? Because he was being given this knowledge, and he basically became a devotee. So later, Chitraketu Maharaj, as we know, right? He was now a sannyasi, and he was, Lord Shiva was giving a class to a bunch of sannyasis, and he was in the audience, and Parvati Mata, she's very beautiful, she happened to be sitting on his lap, and then Chitraketu Maharaj made a comment saying that it was, basically like about Parvati sitting on his lap. But he didn't actually intend it as an offense or insult. He was actually trying to praise Lord Shiva. But then Parvati took it as an insult, right? Usually wives, they don't like it when people talk bad about their husband, right? So basically she cursed him. She said to him, I curse you to become a demon. So, he became a demon, but the thing to note here is that his attitude when he was cursed was not like, oh my God, no, I don't want to become a demon, please forgive me. He was like, okay, I didn't even mean to insult Shiva. I was meant it as a praise, but whatever your curse, I gladly accept it. I happily accept it, and I will become a demon. The only wish I have or request I have is that I never ever forget Krishna. It doesn't matter if I'm in hell or heaven or I'm in demon's body or whichever body. As long as I can remember Krishna, I'm happy. So this is kind of like, the lesson for us is that we should have that kind of attitude about things, like whatever our situation, as long as we can remember the Lord, that should be like the priority. Now in Krishna consciousness, Maharaj kind of starts talking about like honoring prasadam. Like today we have a festival, right? It's nice to see that more devotees have shown up now. But every time, we have these festivals, it's always followed by prasadam. So we should always, the reminder is that prasadam is not just like for the purpose of filling our belly and satisfying our tongue. It's to honor the remnants of foodstuff that the Lord has accepted. And by doing so, we purify our tongue and we purify our heart, and we slowly understand who God is, right? So it's actually super purifying. And Lord Chaitanya, he used to love to serve the devotees prasadam, and he loved to see them eating together. So we should really cherish the experience of honoring prasadam together in a group of devotees. We should always take advantage of situations or festivals like this, where we can have that kind of opportunity to honor prasadam in the association or the satsang of devotees. And then just to conclude here, right? So we learned that Bahulashtami, right? This is the festival that describes the appearance of Radhakund, or celebrates the appearance of Radhakund and Shamkund, and these lakes are non-different from Radha and Krishna. So, if who hands up who's actually been there to Radhakund, Shamkund? Okay, so actually most of you, just couple that haven't, but yeah, so you're all very advanced. But if anyone that hasn't been there, this is it's actually very good, because we hear about these places, but then once you actually go there, you tangibly can actually see be in the places which you're putting your faith in, right? It actually strengthens your faith. So we talked about Srila Prabhupada's mercy and the disciplic succession, and because of Srila Prabhupada, we have festivals like this. Otherwise, who would know what is the significance of Shamkund and Radhakund? Like without him and the Acharyas giving us this knowledge and passing it down and bringing it to the West, like we would be sitting at home, right now, like we would have no idea about these things. And I think we should, like I said, we should very much appreciate what Srila Prabhupada has given us. He's given us this process. He's given us this platform that we can develop our Krishna consciousness in a even fun, enjoyable way. It's not really hard work, right? To come to the temple, to take part in these festivals, to chant, to eat prasadam. It's actually very joyful. So, we should always remember and be grateful for that. So I'll stop there. If there's any questions, I can take it. Otherwise, we can go on a prasadam. Hare Krishna.